and welcome back to our channel. I'm Colleen and this is Our Blessed Life, and you may be able to hear by the noise outside that we have workers here working on the pool again today.
This Day in the Life video is part of a collaboration hosted by Megan at Pennies and Salt. I've linked her channel as well as the whole playlist in the description box below.
I'm gonna go ahead and insert some clips of what happened last week, get you caught up with the pool. So today they are doing some grading around the pool, so they're addressing the big, huge piles of dirt that are everywhere outside. We have a Harris Teeter grocery pickup this morning, so we're getting ready to leave and go get the groceries. So we're also, for the first time in January, going to Starbucks. We've been doing a low spend challenge and not doing any eating out or fast food, with two exceptions, and those being Starbucks or Chick-fil-A if we had money on our app already, which we used Chick-fil-A sometime last week. We used our app money and everybody had lunch. Actually, we mostly used our points. So like half of us had free lunch with our points that we had built up, and the other half of us used the money on the app. And today we're gonna go and use we don't have a lot of money on the app at Starbucks, but we're gonna go ahead and use some points there and some app money and go get some breakfast. Gary is not here, he is out. He's out of town today for work, so we'll see him tonight after supper. So let's go ahead and get started, go pick up the groceries and all that, and then we'll get started with school. Katie, you've already done some of your school, right?
Oh, I've done math. That's about it.
Yeah, so that's good. Sophie just got up, of course. Here she comes. Yup. She's a little sad this morning because her daddy's not here. Yeah, you feeling a little sad? You'll be okay. Yeah. You have your mommy and your sissy, and daddy will be home tonight, right? Yeah. Sophie likes everybody to be together. Yeah. Yeah. Feeling a little sad?
I didn't want him to leave.
You didn't want him to leave?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't either. But we are grateful for the work.
Yep.
So it's in the low 40s right now. 40s for us is very cold. But they were talking about doing the tile on the pool today, and we're not sure that that's going to happen. He mentioned that that they are having like crew shortages, like just not having a full crew for different trades that they use because of COVID. So we'll see if that actually happens. I was honestly kind of surprised to see anybody here today. Thank you.
Friends, we'd love to pray for you. If we can pray for you, let us know in the comments below.
Got these two over here finishing up breakfast. All right, here is our grocery haul. It was $142.07. We bought it at Harris Teeter, so it wasn't necessarily the least expensive store, but it was very convenient, and they are known to always have what we need. So we got some creamer and 2 iced coffees, which these have been a little bit hard to come by lately. These have also been hard to come by. A couple of packs of hot cocoa for the Keurig, 2 things of eggs, 2 dozen eggs, which I usually buy these at Sam's and they're a little cheaper, but I wasn't planning a Sam's trip this week. Some bread, some buns for hamburgers, some Parmesan cheese, some pretzel chips, and then we're getting a little tired of chicken, so we got some different meat. We got some hamburgers, some sirloin steaks that I'm gonna like cut up and do steak bites, and then some ribs, and then some mini marshmallows for the cocoa, and then this coleslaw kit for some shrimp tacos. But I think I'm gonna have to take this back because it really does not look good, and the expiration date is tomorrow, so hoping they can do a little better than that. Then we also got some flour tortillas for the shrimp tacos, a Roma tomato, some corn, some avocados, 2 things of barbecue sauce for the ribs, and then some lunch stuff here. We got a couple of things of broccoli cheddar soup, a couple things of clam chowder, some hummus, and some carrots, and then Katie's favorite Fruit Loops.
As I'm staying close to the mirror, a lock of gold, a secret smile, little things I remember, place a hand upon my heart as her, she was.
By the late 1500s, remarkable civilizations had developed in the southeast culture area. Besides living in well-planned villages,
Me as forever. Changes everything and everything.
Katie's working on science, and Sophie and I are getting ready to work on her language arts. They still have the laundry going. I've got the lights in the wash, the darks in the dryer, and I've got sheets ready to go in, and then I'm going to be working on towels after that. So as soon as these get done in the dryer, I'm going to go ahead and take a break and handle the laundry. This is Homeschool Planet, so this is our list of things that we need to do for today or this week. I'm going to go ahead and show you Katie. So we've already done all of our morning time, which we're doing the Good and the Beautiful History, Year 3, current events, and reading through the book of Numbers. Katie's also finished her calculus, and what she has on schedule is chemistry, world history, SAT prep, and language arts. And then we do the Bible reading in the evening. But I think she's probably going to, she usually will like kind of change around her schedule, and I think she's probably going to push language arts and do computer science today, but we'll see what she ends up doing. We look at school by the whole week, not by the day, so I let Katie rearrange however she wants to, as long as we get all the work done by the end of the week. And then with Sophie is doing handwriting right now. Then we're going to do reading and language arts, math, history, and science, and then we'll do our evening devotions tonight. We're reading in the evening. We're reading through the book of Matthew. We're also watching the series The Chosen right now.
Now you got
Pretty.
blue, orange, and blue, and then pink. Look, I add a little pink.
It looks good. Okay.
Now.
So Sophie's working on her math drill from Rod and Staff Arithmetic 1, and usually I start out with handwriting or her math drill just so that I can get everything together that I need for all the subjects we're going to do. And usually by the time she gets done with that, I'm ready to go with everything else. So I have very little prep to do like the day before. I usually can do it all right there when we sit down to do homeschooling.
All right, let me see. Okay, you got them all right. All right. All together means we add. So that's why there's a plus here. See that?
Yeah.
So 2 plus 4 is,
Here.
so 6 what? What do they have?
Nut.
Nuts. So you write nuts there.
Yeah. Nut.
I started pulling the pages out of her Rod and Staff arithmetic book because as we got further in the book, it was harder for her to write with the way it was bound. So I wish that they were perforated like the math lessons for living education, because it's kind of messy. And I think in the future I'm probably gonna take the workbooks and see if I could have someone just chop the binding off. But I think this is a little bit easier for her to write, so that's why we're doing this. It also makes it easier for me to put it in her portfolio.
There's a storm coming, and I need a hand to hold, with the fear of being here on my own, where the wind's blowing and the leaves they turn to gold, like they did with you those summers ago.
I get off.
Alright, let's see what you did.
I can't stop thinking about those years ago, when sleeping next to
I'm ready.
Have you ever noticed how some people have darker skin and some people have lighter skin?
Yeah.
The color in your skin comes from a substance called melanin.
Melanin.
That's this word right here. We'll trace it in a second. Melanin also gives hair its color. We might call people white or black, but people are really just different shades of brown depending on how much melanin their body has.
There's a storm coming, summer's just around the bend, and my bottle's empty once again, and my feet's burning on the roads we used to walk, where the rivers walked along with us.
All right, so they've already left for today. It's only 2 o'clock, but I think they finished what they planned to do. So they did some grading right around the edge of the pool, so this big pile of dirt's been kind of pushed back a little bit. I think they're still going to be using that dirt on the property, and they also still have some plumbing and stuff that I think is going to be covered up. I'm not sure how they're doing that, but it's looking a little bit better out here. All the concrete is done. The final coating in the pool won't happen until the very end. I think that comes even after the pavers go in and all of that stuff. So we're a good bit away from that. They were talking about putting the tile right around the water line today, but I don't think they have a crew to do that because of COVID issues. Okay. All right, we're making a snack lunch, just a little small lunch.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars.
All right, so Sophie and I are gonna have some roasted red pepper hummus, and Katie's gonna have some peanut butter and apples.
Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope.
All right, so we finished up school, finished up lunch. We are getting a little closer in the laundry. We kind of moved everything over to the extent that we can. Now we're gonna go ahead and find a place around here, hopefully somewhere where Katie can drive, practice driving. And we're also going to go drive down to the beach and take a walk on the beach for our active challenge today. When we get back, I'll update you on our spending and active challenges. I haven't done that yet today, so I'll go ahead and do that. And so yeah, we'll be back shortly. We'll see what it's like on the beach. It's probably gonna be pretty cold today. We just practiced driving. It's been so long since we've done it. It was almost like starting all over again, wasn't it?
It pretty much was.
Yeah, but you did good. We went to a local school here and just are driving around the parking lot. But so we're heading back now to go to the beach to walk. But that was good for Katie to finally get to practice. Once we moved here, she wasn't super excited about driving in a new place, at a different place, because she really doesn't like driving anyway.
in a place where driving is actually harder.
Yeah, well, and I think you got comfortable driving at the school in Lexington where we were driving every time. So, but anyway, I feel good that we got to practice it. It is extremely windy out here, so we're freezing. Right, Sophie?
Sand moving.
Sophie's wearing a sweatshirt and then a hoodie on top of that with a hood. She's still cold. I'm still cold. Katie wishes she had a hat.
You fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away. Standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere.
See that sand blowing down the beach?
Is a star with your name. One thing I know.
A lot of dead jellyfish out here today too.
There is no one who has a heart as pure, no, not like yours.
That was so cold. It was it says it's 55 degrees, but down there by the water where we were, the wind was blowing. It's not blowing in the parking lot, but down there by the water, it was blowing so hard, it was hard to walk back. Like we walked, the direction we walked, the wind was at our backs, but then we had to turn around and walk into the wind. It was really hard to walk, and like my eyes were crying. I mean, it was a mess. We only managed to walk 1.06 miles because it was so miserable down there, but the beach was beautiful, but it felt like it was about 20 degrees colder down there. Easily, it felt like it was in the 30s, didn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we didn't dress appropriately either.
Okay, here's a quick update on our challenges so far for this month. So today is the 18th, and we've done the active challenge. We started on January 3rd, so January 1st and 2nd, we hadn't started the challenge yet. And we've done every day except we forgot on January 9th, so we did... on January 10th, we went walking and did biking to try to make up for that. I don't know why we just totally forgot the 9th, but since then we've been doing it. It's been pretty cold, and so several times we've done like an indoor walk or indoor walking video, but we managed to get a couple of bike rides in. We did a really long one on the 11th and a pretty decent one also on the 17th and the 15th. Today we went for a very cold beach walk, which was just over a mile. So as far as groceries, we bought groceries on the 4th for $77.49, and we split our groceries between Walmart and Publix on the 11th. That was $56.84 and $21.66. We decided it was probably a good idea for us to do a little bit of stocking up because we had pretty much used up all of our reserve stuff like meat and things like that. So we did a Harris Teeter stock up, which was mostly just like waffle mixes and muffins and just things like that for the pantry. And then we did a Sam's stock up for $201.63, and that was primarily meat. It was eggs, bacon, chicken, ground beef, things like that. A few other things, but primarily meat. And then today we did a Harris Teeter grocery pickup, and that was $142.07. So that has been all the money that we have spent on our spending challenge. We haven't bought any kind of like home decorations or, just kind of spending for fun kind of stuff. We did do Chick-fil-A on our app. I think I mentioned that earlier in the video. We did that, used some money off of our app and also some of our points. I think it was over the weekend, and then this morning we used our Starbucks app money, which most of that was like Christmas gift cards. So that's all we have done. We haven't eaten out any other than those two things. So far we've kept up pretty good with that. We still have about 2 more weeks in both of our challenges, so we'll keep you up to date, and at the end we'll probably do another video about that. So I'm making a quick supper. These are mussels in a garlic butter sauce, and I put these over spaghetti noodles. They're really good, and the pack has, it comes with a pack of 2, so I'll show you what they look like, because I've got one already in the pot, but it looks like this. And then I also had some frozen scallops, so I'm using half the bag. Got them thawing here, and then I'm just gonna probably saute those in some butter, cut those up and put that on top too, so kind of a seafood pasta. Then I got some water going over here
for my noodles.
You can't turn the tide. Let the water go where it wants to go. You can run and hide.
All right, these are the mussels. I go ahead and shell them, and then I strain the sauce because sometimes the little shells get in there. And then I put that over noodles, usually spaghetti or linguine. And then if I have shrimp or scallops frozen, I usually will go ahead and just kind of pan sear those and add those.
Sometimes take some good advice. Don't let your fear decide.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Pick up the pieces, hey, you'll be alright. I can feel the sun and how the wind makes way.